Alright, here we have Shantae Risky's Revenge Director's Cut on Nintendo Switch. This game was provided to me by Indie Gamer Chick through, I believe, WayForward. This game is a remake of the same game that was released for the DS back in, I think, 2001, 2002, somewhere in there. So I haven't made it too far into the game, and I'll get into why. So I spent probably about, I want to say close to 6 to 10 hours into this game. The game's actually a lot of fun. So you play as Shantae, and you have to gather these items from these temples. So it is an action platformer, and you gather jewels in order to pay for weapons and upgrades. At least the first set of upgrades, and then you eventually have to get magic gems in order to upgrade the weapons items further. The cool thing about the game is you can use belly dances to transform into various I guess creatures. Like once an elephant. I don't have that unlocked yet, but there's an elephant, there's a monkey. I do have the monkey unlocked. There's the monkey. Monkey's used to jump longer distances as well as climb up walls and things. Makes it easier to traverse. So what I like about the game, I like the fact that it's fun. The game is a lot of fun. I like the fact that you have here in the options, you've got various screen modes, so you can do original. That's what this looks like. You've got square with borders. It's kind of cool. And you've got square 4x3. But I prefer widescreen. The gameplay is very smooth, a lot smoother than the DS version. So yeah, the graphics are great. Animation's really smooth. I like the transition effects. So like that, and if I come back over here, I can show you. Don't die first. It's up here. Oh, I just fell down. Let's try that again. And in case you haven't noticed, she uses her hair as a weapon. I love that transition effect. Going from one area to the next, from the foreground to the background. It's really cool. I don't like there's only really one gripe I have with this game versus and that's the difference between the DS version and this one. So in this game, you have to pause the game and you have to go to the map. Every time you need to figure out where you're going, you have to come into the menu and go into the map. There should be a button mapped to the map. That's ridiculous. In the DS version, the bottom screen access the map, which is a very, very handy feature. Because you're going to be consulting the map a lot. Especially when I first started the game, I was doing that quite a bit. Because you have to. Another thing I don't like about the game is the fact that there is no dungeon map. So if you go into a dungeon, you are literally going to be in there for quite a while trying to figure out where to go. Because there's no map. It doesn't give you a map, and that's ridiculous. there should be a map. Definitely needs to be a map. And wow, okay. So apparently, the saved game threw me back. Just wiped out my progress. That's cool. That's unfortunate. Let me see actually if it did. Oh, never mind. It didn't. I'm gonna download the download save data right now. I thought it uploaded my save data and wiped it out, but it didn't. Good. Okay, now so that again. There we go. Okay. This is where I was at on my light. So again, you have to go into the menu every time you go to the map. That's ridiculous. There should be a mapped button to the map. I mean, you have all these other buttons that. Okay, well. So you've got the left trigger and right trigger. The left trigger, both. The L button and the CR button or CL button do the same thing, which is a backdash. And then you have the ZR and R buttons that utilize your weapon or your item. In this case, I'm using this ball barrier thing that's used for attacking. One of those buttons could have been mapped to the map button. I don't understand what the point of that was. So that kind of detracts from wanting to play the game for too long, or wanting to play the game for a while and then come back to it later, like I've done. And like I said, I've spent hours in the game, and that's really my only gripe with this game, is the fact that there has to be a button mapped to the map. It's ridiculous that they add all this cool stuff to the director's cut version, but yet, what is this here? But yet they don't add a button for the map. But yet they're gonna go and have the bottom screen be the map in the DS version. That just really bugs me. That just really bugs me, and that detracts me from really wanting to complete the game. I know it sounds trivial, but when you're consulting a map for quite a bit of it, and you go into this dungeon here, for instance, and go to map, there's no map. You have no map to traverse this dungeon with. And now this is a dungeon. This is actually the battle tower, which actually I'll show you guys. Oops. Yes, I have this stinking. Yes, I have the passport. So. Essentially, when you pay to get in here, and it's a time trial. So you pay 20 gems, and you try to get from floor to floor to the top of the tower before the time runs out, which is kind of cool. But if this was a dungeon, you wouldn't have a map. It would be the same thing. It's ridiculous. I mean, should that detract you from wanting to get the game? I'd say no. Even with that, the game is still really awesome. Definitely worth picking up. If you don't have it on the DS, and you want to check the game out, and the game is cheaper on the DS than it is on the Switch. The Switch version is, I believe, $30 in the eShop. The 3DS version, the 3DS version is, I think, $12 or $14 right now. So you are paying almost double, but you do get the added bonuses, which is the magic mode, and I forget what else is included with that. So you do get bonus. You do get things in this version you don't get in the DS version. But if you want a somewhat easier time playing through the game with a dedicated screen for a map, you might want to consider getting the DS version at the cheaper cost. But if this is a game that you've enjoyed on the DS, or you really like the Shantae series and have a Switch, this is definitely worth picking up for the price. Just understand that you're not going to have a dedicated map button, which again for me just really just irritating. And you also do not have maps in dungeons. Now that goes for both the DS version and the Switch version. This is just a part of the game, but I really think that should have been added. Oh, come on, really? Come on. There we go. I have never made it through this because I keep running out of time. Now this is a game that I have been really wanting to check out for quite some time, since I heard about it being announced. And I was super excited to check this out, because it's actually my first real foray into the Shantae series. I played a little bit of the original, and then didn't get back into the series until this one. Now, not having a map button may be something that's a staple in the series, but if that's the case, I think that definitely shouldn't have been what was done. There should be definitely a dedicated button, whether it be a select button on the Game Boy version, or or the bottom screen on the DS. Definitely should be a thing. Right, you can't hear the monkey, can't attack. Or if it can't yet. Oh. Really? Oh, this is just sad. I'm gonna run out of time or hearts here pretty quick. There we go. Okay, so we're at level 8 now. So for those that don't I didn't explain earlier, but again, this is the battle tower. You have to get through it before the time runs out. Between floors, so between battling monsters, you do get at a time. I think the highest I've gotten to, I think, is floor 10 or 12, somewhere in there. I'm going to actually try the cloud and see what that does. I haven't actually used the cloud yet. Okay. Okay, that's actually a good weapon. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on, really? And this is why I don't ever make it very far. Oh. This might be the end. Yeah, I feel like you fight every enemy in here, and then it ends. But I'm not gonna make it because I only have 10 seconds left. Yep, done. Well, that was a valiant effort. Alright, so I was looking at the battle tower. So it should be the majority of the review here, but again, just to recap here, great graphics, fun gameplay. That's what I really like about the game. I like the added features that they added to the director's cut. I like the different aspect ratios you can play with. That's really cool. I like the transformations you can do. Those are really fun too. And really, the only things that I don't like about the game is there is no dedicated map button, which again, I think that is a very big missed opportunity there. Definitely, there's no reason why there shouldn't be one. And there's no map at all in the dungeons, which again, I think is definitely something that should be there. So, yeah, so that is what I love about the game and what I just do not like about the game, and that is why. Because there should definitely be a map button, a dedicated map button. No reason not to include one. And there should be maps at all. There just should be maps where there aren't any in dungeons and temples and things. But again, those are minor things to a great game. Way Forward did a very good job with this game, as they do with every game that they've come out with, that I've had the opportunity to play. I want to thank Indie Gamer Chick for providing the review code through Way Forward. Appreciate you guys both for this review opportunity. This has been a review for Indie Gamer Team. Definitely gets the Indie Gamer seal, Indie Gamer Team seal of approval, hands down. So, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, till next time, take care and happy gaming.